Hi everyone, Dr. Samson Davis, emergency medicine physician. Wanted to speak to everyone where we are currently with coronavirus, and the numbers is currently at 107,000 deaths across the United States. We see the numbers going down, which is a good sign, a good thing to report. Also, we know with coronavirus that breathing is an issue and the freedom to breathe. And it reminds me a bit as well of what's happening when we talk about I can't breathe with cases like George Floyd, as well as Eric Garner. It first started with Eric Garner saying I can't breathe. And most recently in our country, it has showed its ugly face again, racism, with George Floyd saying I can't breathe, calling for his mother. New York Times released that Mr. Floyd's neck was compressed for over 8 minutes. Now, I want you to keep in mind that the body can only go 4 to 5 minutes without oxygen. And so when a neck is being compressed or held down or restricted from breathing, a person is unable to breathe in oxygen. And that oxygen that goes to the lungs, which is then picked up by the blood cells and circulated throughout the body to bring oxygen to the brain, the heart, the liver, the kidneys, vital functional organs, is compromised. And so after 4 to 5 minutes, you cannot give oxygen to these organs starts to die. And unfortunately, this is what happened with Mr. George Floyd. He lost his life, he was murdered. And I wanna be very clear, he died there on the scene. He did not die at the hospital. He did not die in transit. He died on the scene secondary to being choked or asphyxiation, lack of oxygen being delivered to the body, which is vital. The same thing happened with Eric Garner. And the pleas of I can't breathe is a very strong sign of saying, stop doing what you're doing. You're taking my life away from me. And how ironic is it that something like coronavirus and this other pandemic that we're dealing with, and something that we have dealt with over 400 years in our country, I can't breathe, a very simple freedom that was taken away from both Mr. Floyd, Mr. Garner, and many countless others. And it's something that we in this country find and will do something currently, because forever it has been totally unacceptable. The last thing that I wanted to make mention to now, as we see in the protest numbers increase across the country, we have to be careful for a resurgence of this virus. It will happen. I know we are emotional. I know we want to have our voice, and that is all respectful and necessary. But at the same time, at the same token, being here, this is the end of my 12-hour shift. Being here all day, I can tell you right now, these numbers are going to spike, and we don't want to lose another life over this virus. One more life is one more too many. Stay safe during the protest.